Okay. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. I think I have given 5th problem as homework. Hope
Yes, sir.
you did this problem. You're able to solve this problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Exactly
sir.
5 survive, at least 10 survive. Actually, yesterday I deleted this problem 2 times because it is written the probability that a patient recovers from a disease is 0.6. Instead of disease, I thought of putting corona disease. Can I put corona disease and do problem using solve the problem using binomial distribution? The probability that a patient recovers from corona disease is 0.6. If 15 persons having such a disease, determine the probability that exactly 5 survive. What are the
Sir,
requirements for it? Tell me.
so we don't have 0.6 in the table, sir. So we have to do whole calculation.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
P is 0.
yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes,
sir.
sometimes it may happen. Okay, you have to use your calculator also. That's why I said be ready with your calculator as well as this distribution table. Okay, if the values are there, distribution table will be helpful. Otherwise, you have to do it manually using your calculator. Okay, see, only thing what my point is, if you want to apply binomial distribution, make sure that the process is Bernoulli process. Okay, so what are the main characteristics of Bernoulli process? N should be known initially. How many trials you are conducting, you should be able to aware of it. Next, the number of all the trials must be independent.
Independent.
Right. So in this case, if I write corona disease, will there be any problem? It is all about patient recovery, right? It's all about patient recovery. So how do you define your random variable x equal to number of patients recovered from corona disease, right? So that may vary from 0 to 15. Maximum is 15. There may no person may survive or all persons may survive. So the number of recoveries may range from 0 to 15. So only thing whether these patients are independent or not. That's the only point you have to think. Okay. So if you want to apply binomial distribution, you have to assume that the recovery of all these patients is independent. Okay, one person is recovering or is able to survive or not surviving is not going to affect the other person. If that is the case, you can apply. No, if that disease is affecting, if it is a interdependent disease, okay, others recovery is depending on the neighboring patients recovery, then you cannot apply binomial distribution. Okay, so just to avoid confusion, I did not include corona. It is some disease with the assumption that the patient recovery is independent of the patient recoveries are independent. One person recovery does not going to affect the other person's recovery. That's all. Okay, please remember these points. Binomial distribution is always to be we have to apply always when the process is Bernoulli process. N should be fixed. Number of trials must be independent. All the trials must be independent. Each trial has only two cases: success and a failure. In this case, survival or death. Okay, and last one is probability of success in each trial is constant. Okay, so let us move on to the next problem. All of you note down the sixth problem in your notebook. Out of 800 families, out of 800 families with 5 children each, out of 800 families with 5 children each, how many would you expect to have? How many would you expect to have? First question, 3 boys. Second question, 5 girls. First question, 3 boys. Second question, 5 girls. Assume equal probabilities for boys and girls. Assume equal probabilities for boys and girls. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is problem number 6.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
problem number 6. Okay. Now you tell me what is given. You extract the points that are given in the problem. What is n?
800.
No.
5.
5.
N is 5.
Yes, sir.
Each family has 5 children. Each family has 5 children. Like that, there are 800 families. Okay, 800 is come into picture later. So we have to find out the probabilities for a family. Like that, 800 families are there. And what do you mean by P? Before P,
Success.
what do you mean by success?
That having
In
girls.
case having 3 boys,
Huh.
in second case 5 girls.
So what do you mean by success? Having a girl or having a boy? It depends on our.
Anything.
It depends on our definition, right? How we are assuming like that, right? So let me say
Yes.
success means probability of having a girl. Okay, having a girl child. Okay. So what is this? 1 by 2, because it is given equal probabilities. Okay. Therefore, what will be Q? Q equal to 1 minus 2.
1 by 2.
1 by
0.5 or 1 by 2. Okay. Now you have N, you have P, you have Q. First of all, you have to define what is X. How do you define X? Number of successes, no. Remember, in a binomial distribution, always X refers to number of successes. So how do I define? So number of girls, okay, born in a family. Number of girls born in a family, right? So what is the first question he's asking?
3 girls.
3 boys.
So what is the probability that X equal to 3? Is that okay? Is this the question? See, question is about 3 boys, no? Did you read?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 3
So how do you
boys.
define? Okay. So how do you define? It is not X equal to 3. See, X equal to 3 will come when you say X equal to number of boys born in a family, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's why. So so probability of having,
Sir, X is equals to 2 we can take.
yes, probability of having 3 boys is equal to same as probability of, if there are 3 boys, exactly 3 boys means remaining has to be girls, right?
Girls.
So having
2 girls.
2 girls, is it okay? So that means what? 2 girls means what? Probability of X equal to, how should I write now? 2.
2.
Okay. So that means binomial of 2 successes out of 5 with probability of each success is equal to 0.5. Am I right? So this is 5C2 1 by 2 power 2 1 by 2 power 5 minus 2. Use your calculator and tell me the value.
0.3125.
0.312.
3125. Is that okay? So second one, what he is asking? Uh, 5 girls, all are girls. This is easy. Okay, having 5 girls means what?
Probability of X equals to 5.
Yes. Yes. Please do it.
0.03125.
Binomial of 5 girls out of 5 children. The probability of each success is 1/2. This is 5C5, 1/2 power 5, 1/2 power 5 minus 5. So this is 1/32. How much?
0.0312.
0.0312. Okay. Point 0.0312. Now, did we complete the problem?
Yes, sir, we completed.
No. Then where this 800? When this 800 will come into picture? This is the probability that one family is having 3 boys.
Yes, sir.
Like that, out of 800 families, how many families you are expecting that having exactly 3 boys? That means you are asked to find out the expected frequency that those families are having exactly 3 boys. Okay. Okay. So out of 800 families, or you can write like this: expected number of families having, okay, first question, exactly 3 boys is equal to or I will write one more, out of 800 families. Okay, out of 800 families. So that will be equal to 800 into probability that x equal to how many? 3 boys means 2 girls. To 800 into
0.3125.
0.3125.
250, sir.
Approximately
250.
250.
approximately 250. So out of 800 families, you can expect that 250 families contains exactly 3 boys. Okay. So similarly, find out the second one.
25, sir.
5 girls equal to 800 into probability that x equal to 5. 800 into 0.0312.
25.
Okay, so we can expect that only 25 families will contain all children are girls. Okay, so this is a theoretical expectation. Actually, how many families will have exactly 3 boys, exactly 5 boys will be the observed frequency. This is the expected frequency. Okay, it will give some rough estimation about the number of families that can have 3 girls, 3 boys, or the number of families having exactly 5 girls. Is this clear? Shall I proceed?
Yes. Yes.
So note down the next problem. In sampling a large number of parts, manufactured by a machine, the mean number of defectives in a sample of 20 is 2. In a sample of 20 is 2. Out of 1,000 such samples, how many would be expected to contain? How many would be expected to contain at least 3 defective parts? At least 3 defective parts. Okay. Shall we discuss? So is it not similar to the previous problem? Instead of 800 families, you are having 1,000 samples. Do you agree? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So instead of 800 families, we are having 1,000 samples. Instead of 5 children in a family, 20 parts are there in a sample. Is it clear? So he is asking out of 1,000 such samples, what is the expected number of samples containing 3 defective parts? Is it not similar to 6th problem? So how do we do this problem? So how do you define the random variable? He's talking about
Defective.
defective parts, right? So how do we define x equal to
Number of defective parts.
number of defective parts? Write down number of defective parts in a sample. In a sample of 20 parts. So here, what is n here?
$20.
N is 20. What else is given? What else is given? It is given the mean number of defective parts is 2. What is the mean number of defective parts? So given that mean number of defective parts. What is the mean notation?
NP.
Mu
Expectation.
Okay. Equal to NP. Equal
One
to, why I am writing NP? Because x is a binomial random variable. Is it okay? Unless you assume it is a binomial random variable, you cannot write it as NP. So we know n value 20 into
20.
p equal to 2. This implies that p equal to 2 by 20. 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1.
0.1.
Therefore, q equals to 1 minus p equal to
0.9.
1 minus 0.9
0.9.
equal to 0.9. For a binomial distribution, what we require is n and p. If it, without knowing n and p, you cannot do problem. Okay. Now you got everything. Now whatever is asked, you can find out. Now what is the question? How many would be expected to contain at least 3 defective parts? You see the wording, at least. So how do I write down? So what we have to find out now?
P of X greater than or
X greater than or
P
equal
of
to 3.
X greater than or equal to 3.
3.
Okay. So what are the, so X greater than or equal to 3 means X can go to what number?
20.
how
3. There may be 3 defective parts,
20.
4 defective parts, 5 defective parts, like that 20 defective parts. So
20.
finding 18 binomial probabilities will be difficult. Am I right? So instead of that, what I can do?
1 minus P of
1
X.
minus P of X less than or equal to 2.
Less than or equal to 2. Okay, now you can use your cumulative distribution table, right? So 1 minus sigma r equal to 0 to 2 binomial of r number of defective. Here success means getting a defective item, right? Out of 20 parts with probability of each defective item is 0.1. Now can you look at your distribution table, cumulative distribution table, and tell me? I think 20 for 20, is it there?
Yes, sir. It is 0.6769.
Please tell me. 0.6769.
6769.
That means what? 1 minus 0.6769 means what?
0.3231.
0.3231.
3.
Okay. So this is the probability that a sample contains at least 3 defective items. Right? Like that, you have to find out the expected number of samples having at least 3 defective items.
320.
Therefore, out of 1000 samples, okay, expected number of samples having at least 3 defective parts equal to 0.3231 into 1000. So approximately how much?
323.
323. 323. So out of the 1000 samples, you can expect that 323 samples contains at least 3 defective parts. Is this clear? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now note down the next problem. If X is binomially distributed, write down. If capital X is binomially distributed, random variable. If X is binomially distributed random variable with the E of X equal to 2, with the E of X equal to 2 and variance of X equal to 4 by 3. E of X equal to 2 and variance of X equal to 4 by 3. Find the distribution of X. Find the distribution of X. So what is the name of the distribution?
Binomial distribution.
Binomial. Why it is binomial distribution? Because X is binomially distributed. Because X is a binomial random variable, its distribution has to be called as a binomial distribution. So to find out the binomial distribution, you need X values and you need the success probability. Okay, if you have P and N, if you have P and N, you can find out all probabilities. But P and N are not given directly. Only expectation and variance are given. You are using these expectation and variance. You have to find out the distribution table. Okay. So let us do this. Problem number 8. So what is given?
E of X is equals to 2.
First of all, given that X is given that X is binomially distributed. X is a binomially distributed random variable. Okay. Therefore, its distribution will be binomial distribution. We have to start the solution with the data given in the problem. Okay. Binomial distribution. Now also given that expectation of X NP equal to how much? Can you tell me?
2.
2. And variance of X.
4 by 3.
But what is the formula for variance in binomial distribution?
NPQ.
NPQ.
There is a mistake here. NP. This is NP. NPQ. How much?
4 by 3.
4 by
4
3.
by 3.
So NP is 2 and NPQ is 4 by 3 means what is N value then? What do you get?
6.
So I think
1 by 3.
NP by NPQ. If I write like this, 2 by 4 by 3.
4 by 3.
That
Q
means
is 1. Q is 2 by
2, 3 by 4.
Is 2 by 4.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Q is so what is this?
3 by 2.
1 by
Q
3 by 2.
3 by 2 is absurd, no?
is equals to 1 by Q.
1 by Q.
Oh, this is 1 by Q. Okay, fine. This is 1 by Q. Because probability cannot be greater than 1. Probability cannot be greater than 1. Therefore, Q equal to 2 by 3. When Q equal to 2 by 3,
P equal to 1 by 3.
Equals to 1
P is
P equal to 1 minus 2 equal to 1 minus 2 by 3 equal to 1 by 3. Now, what is N value?
6.
6.
NP equal to 2. So, N into P is 1 by 3.
1 by 3. Equal to
So, N equal to 6. So, N equal to 6 means what are the values, possible values of X?
0, 1, 2,
0, 1, 2, 3 up to N. That means what? 6. So, how many probabilities you have to find out?
7.
7 probabilities. X equal to 0,
7
X equal to 1, X equal to and so on, X equal to 6. So, what is the formula for this one? Probability that X takes X number of successes. What is the formula? NCX P power X Q power N minus X. Okay. X varies from 0, 1, 2 up to 6. Okay. And N value is 6. N value is 6 and this is N value is 6 with P value 1 by 3. Okay. Now you create a table or you find out the probabilities 1 by 1 and later we'll put in the form of a table. Okay. So this is nothing but what? F of X. Okay. Now tell me F of 0. Okay. F of 1. F of 2. Like that. F of 3. F of 4. F of 5. And F of 6. Using this formula. Then what I will do? I'm going to write down the distribution. All of you, each one of you use this formula and find out the probabilities.
F of 0 is 0.087.
So shall we round off to 4 decimals or 2 decimals? Shall we round to 2 decimals? Okay, 4 decimals. Tell me 0 point how much?
0877.
7?
7.
7. You are rounding, no? That means if the fifth decimal is more than greater than or equal to 5, you add 1 to the fourth decimal.
Then it is 78.
Then see, calculator will round off, right? You fix the number of decimals 4 in your calculator. I think you might have done it in your entities, numerical methods. Before doing calculations itself, fix the number of decimals to 4. Then automatically it will round for you. Okay, so here I am going to put this heading: binomial distribution table. Okay. Meanwhile, you please compute these values. Set.
0.2634.
So x values, and here f of x values. What do you mean by f of x? Probability that x takes x number of successes. So possible values of x are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First value is 0.0878. Okay. What is the second value?
0.2634.
0.2634.
0.2634.
Third value 0.3292.
3292.
Then 0.164.
Which one?
Fourth value.
F of 3, huh?
Yes.
Point
1646.
4, 6.
One.
Others, if any deviation, please let me know.
Sir,
4.219.
0.2195, sir.
Which one?
219.
F of
Which-
3
F of
0.219.
F of 3 0.2195, sir.
95.
F of 4 is 0.0823.
Okay.
F of 5 is 0.0165.
Okay.
0.0014.
Okay. So I'll note down these values. F of 3 is 0.2195, 0.0823. I think there is a mistake. No. Next 0.0165, 0.001. So how do you ensure that your distribution is correct probability distribution?
Sum equals to 1.
Just find out the
Sum
sum
is
using your
equals to
calculator.
1.
It may not be exactly 1 because you are rounding. Okay, but just make sure that it is almost 1. And better without not more than 1. Did you compute?
Sir, 1 point. It's getting more than 1. It seems so. 1.0001.
Okay, so when round to 3 decimals, it will be 1 only, no?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so that's fine. Because you are rounding the values, we can't do much about it. Okay, so if when you are rounding to the 2 decimals or 3 decimals, you are getting 1. Or if you want, if you are too particular, you make some adjustments here. 0.2195 is there, no? Instead of 0.2195, you may write as 0.2194. Okay, otherwise it's fine. Okay, so this is so this is how we are going to find out the total distribution level. Okay, so to find out the distribution, what we require is n and p. So we are able to compute n and p using the variance and expectation given in the problem. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now note down the last problem, which is very important. Fit a binomial distribution to the following data. Fit a binomial distribution to the following data. Remember, in a binomial distribution, x values always starting from 0 up to n. It should be consecutively 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Because it is all about number of successes, no? You cannot have 0, 3, 10 like that, you cannot have. Do you follow? Whereas for a general distribution, x values can be randomly any numbers. But for a binomial distribution, it has to follow a sequence from 0 to n consecutively.
Yes.
Okay. Did you copy the table?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is problem number 9. So the question is about to fit. We are asked to fit a binomial distribution to the following data. Okay, what is this table called?
Binomial
Is this a probability distribution?
distribution. Yes, sir.
Do you mean to say that these are the
No,
probabilities?
sir.
No.
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 So what is this table called?
Frequency.
Correct. This is called a frequency
Frequency.
distribution. This is a frequency distribution. Okay. For x equal to 0, what is the frequency? For x equal to 1, what is the frequency? X equal to 2, what is the frequency? What is the total sum you see here? 92, 98, 100, 140, 150. Total frequency is 150. Right? That means what? Let us say you are tossing a coin 150 times. You are tossing a coin 150 times. It's not about tossing a coin. No? Tossing 4 coins. Let us say tossing 4 coins 150 times. When you are tossing 4 coins, let us say x equal to number of heads. X equal to number of heads. So what are the possible values of x? No head or all heads? No head means what? X
0.
equal to 0. All heads means what? X equal to 4. Right? So out of 150 trials, 30 trials showing no head. 62 trials showing exactly 1 head. 46 trials exactly showing 2 heads. 10 trials showing exactly 3 heads. 2 trials exactly showing all the heads. It may be like that. This is the observed frequency distribution. Okay, you actually made the experiment and noted down the values. Okay, how many times you did not get any head, how many times you got exactly one head, like that. But the process is a Bernoulli process. The process is a Bernoulli process, or the experiment is a Bernoulli's experiment, because it is tossing coins, right?
Yes, sir.
So you may so because this is a observed frequency distribution is given, you're asked to find out the expected frequency distribution, okay, which has the by fitting the binomial distribution to the data, okay. So that means that expected frequency distribution and observed frequency distribution should agree on one point. What is that point? Mean. Both should have the same mean, okay. So we will find out the binomial distribution table, okay. We will find out the binomial distribution in such a way that it is having the mean of this frequency distribution, okay. So before that you find out the mean of this frequency distribution, the mean of the above frequency distribution given by, can you tell me the formula for the mean of the frequency distribution?
Sigma F of X.
My into f of x.
Equal to mu. I can write mu, but I should not write NP. Mu equal to sigma Fi into Xi by sigma Fi. Am I right? Therefore, mu equals to so 0 into 30 plus 1 into 62 plus 2 into 46 plus 3 into 10 plus 4 into 2 divided by 30 plus 62 plus 46 plus 10 plus 2. What is this value?
1.28.
1.28.
1.28.
1.28. Okay. So what is my assumption? Okay. Let x be a binomial random variable having mean equal to 1.28. Am I right? So we'll assume that the binomial distribution also having the same mean. So, but what is the mean of a binomial random variable?
NP.
NP.
P.
Expectation of x equal to np equal to mu equal to 1.28. What is n here?
4.
Maximum value of x will be n equal to 4. 4 into p equal to 1.28. So from this find out p.
0.32.
0.32. So when p is given, p is 0.32, therefore what is q?
0.68.
68.
0.68. Okay, now you find out the frequency probabilities. Okay, therefore you find out the probability is that, okay, x equal to 0. What is it? 6c0 p power 0.
Sir, 4C0.
Sorry.
4C0.
N is 4. I agree. So 4c0 p power 0 q power 4 minus 0 with p and q values are given here. Okay. So substitute those values and
0.2138. 0.2138.
0.2138. Like that, you find out the remaining probabilities.
Zero 0.4025.
Okay. I think there is a mistake again. It has to be 4. No, sorry, I'm forgetting. Are you doing for this 4? Okay.
Zero 0.0947. Zero 0.0891.
You call it,
0.0891.
you call this capital Fi as N. Okay. N is the total frequency. What is the third next value? 0.08?
0891.
0.08.
91.
091. 91.
Next one is 0.0104.
04.
105.
0.01.
0105.
Okay. Now you prepare the expected distribution table. Okay. First one is the observed frequency distribution. Expected. Okay. First find out the binomial distribution. Distribution table. What is the binomial distribution table? How many? 5 values. 5. Okay. So x values, probability that x equal to x. Just find out, copy those values. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Probability values 0.2138, 0.4025, 0.0947, 0.0891, 0.010. Okay, so this is the fitting of binomial distribution. This is nothing but a binomial distribution. So what is the expected frequency? You can write like this. Okay.
One value is wrong in that.
Which one?
P of x equal to 2 is 0.284.
Zero point P of 2.
Yes, sir.
0.0.
0.284.
2840 na?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
2840.
Yes, sir.
4 answer.
0.2841.
4.
2841. Okay. So what is the expected frequency distribution table? Okay, x value, expected frequency. What do you mean by expected frequency? Equal to P of x equal to x into total frequency. Like out of 800 families, out of 1000 samples. Okay, like that. Out of 150 trials. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What you have to do is just multiply each probability with 150. Okay. And tell me the value. Tell me the rounded value. Round to integer.
32.
32.
60.
60.
Mhm.
43.
43.
13.
13.
2.
2.
2, sir.
What is the total sum? You just see, is it 150 or not? If it is not 150, just adjust. 32, 92, 95, 98.
50, sir.
How much?
They're exact 50.
Yes, sir.
150.
Okay, exactly 150. That is fine. So this is what we are expecting through the binomial distribution. Okay. So let me copy this once again. Here, let me copy. So this is the observed frequency is 30. What is the expected frequency? 32, almost near. Observed frequency is 62. Expected frequency you get it as 60. Observed frequency 46. Expected frequency 43. Observed frequency 10. Expected frequency 13. Observed frequency 2. Expected frequency 2. That means binomial distribution is fitting to the given distribution table. Okay, because these values are almost closer to the given distribution table. And that is expected, right? Because the experiment, when the experiment itself is a Bernoulli's experiment, naturally we understood that binomial distribution is a correct distribution to apply, and that is evident from this problem. Now, do you understand the entire procedure? This
Yes.
is the
Yes.
this is the observed frequency
Yes, sir.
distribution. We found the expected frequency distribution by creating the binomial distribution table. To create the binomial distribution table, what you require is n and p. N is given through the table. P values you will be finding through this mean of the frequency distribution. Once you get the mean of the frequency distribution, mean formula is np. From that you will be finding p. N is already given from the table. Okay. So once you have n and p, you find out all probability values, put in the form of a table, which is a binomial distribution. Get it. Okay. So this is a very important problem, frequently coming in examinations. Okay, just find out, note down this problem as homework. 10th problem. Again, one more problem on binomial distribution. All of you please complete this problem, 10th one, as an exercise. Tomorrow we'll be starting one more probability distribution called Poisson distribution, which is a special probability distribution like binomial distribution. Did you copy?
1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyway, I will copy this problem in WhatsApp also. Let me take the attendance.